Hey guys, so I started reading Genesis yesterday. We all know how Genesis starts. It's the beginning of creation, beginning of life, beginning of everything. But as I was reading, God started speaking to me. And I just want to share that with you guys today. So in chapter 2, verse 18, it said, "And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him." But we know he planned on making Eve. But before he made Eve, he decided to give Adam all the animals to name them all. And as I was reading that, he started speaking to me saying, like, before he gives you what he wants to give you, he's going to give you something else to see what you're going to do with that. Before he gave him Eve, he gave him animals, like, let me see what you do with these animals, what you're going to name them. And then I will give you your helpmate. And as you keep reading, it says that he put Adam to sleep while he worked on making Eve. And while you rest in him, while you're sleeping, he's working. Like a surgeon, while you're sleeping, the surgeon is working on you to make you better, to do things for you. Right? And in chapter 3, verse 1, it says, the Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, has God indeed said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And in my notes, we all know what he did. He got into Eve's head and tricked her. Just like he gets into our heads and tries to trick us. Whatever he tricks you with, that's what he tricks you with. He tricked her with the fruit. And by kind of twisting God's words. And Eve, she knows not to eat of that tree. Just like us, we know not to do something, but we do it anyway. We know better, but we don't always do better. And in verse 6, give me 1 second. 1 second. So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree desirable to make one wise, she took its fruit and ate. She also gave to her husband with her, and he ate. That's just like life. Like the devil will tempt you with things, and it might look good on the outside, but it's not good for you. It looks good, it looks tempting. And you think while it's happening, like, oh, it's not so bad. But then afterwards, you feel it. You feel the after effects. 3:7. And the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. Sorry. Excuse me. So their eyes were open, they realized they made a mistake. They knew it was bad not to eat it, but they went in anyway. We know not to do things. We know it's bad going in, but we do it anyways. And afterwards, that's when we realize, oh, I made a mistake. I should have never done this. I should have never did this. When we don't see it before it happens, we just give into that temptation, which we should not do, and we know we shouldn't do it, and then we regret it afterwards. Okay, I'm gonna skip to 3:11. And he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree which I commanded you that you should not eat? Let me go back to my notes. They were caught red-handed, like they had their hands in a cookie jar. And God, he wanted to get to the bottom of it. He knows, but he still I guess he wants to see, are you going to tell me the truth? Are you going to tell me what happened? In 12 and 13, Adam, he said, hey, Eve gave this to me. And then Eve said, hey, it was the serpent's fault. So Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent. Like, hey, it wasn't my fault. I only did it because she did it. I only did it because I was tricked. I was told to, right? And 15. I have to turn the page. 15. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, in between you and your seed, in between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. So even though we make, okay, so my laptop cut off. So if it's a little messed up, I'm sorry. Okay, so 15, I have it in my notes. You might have been tricked, but you will come out on top. What that verse says to me. Like, in the process of you fighting against the devil, against his demons, you might get hurt, but you will hurt him and you will come out on top. You might get injured, but you will injure him. You will stop him. And in 21, where's 21? Okay. 21 says, also for Adam and his wife, the Lord God made tunics of skin and clothed them. Even though they made this mistake, they messed up, he still covered them. Even though we mess up and we make mistakes, he still covers us. He covers us with his grace, with his mercy, with his love. He's always going to cover us. Even though we mess up, we go back to him. It's like, it's okay. I've got you covered. It's okay. I got this covered. I got that covered. I got you. It's okay. Okay, last one. We're going to go to chapter 4, verse 7. And 7 says, if you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and its desire is for you, but you should rule over it. So that one is pretty self-explanatory. If we don't do well, sin is right there at the door waiting for us to come out. Waiting to jump us. But we have power over it. We have power to fight our flesh, to say no. To say no, I'm going to go pray. I'm going to go read the word. I'm going to go help these people. We all have a choice. We don't always make the right choice, but we have a choice at the end of the day to do right. And it's an everyday battle. It's an everyday battle. It's an all-day battle. But we can do it. We have power over it. Like, you have power over it. You're not gonna let anybody push you over. Why would you let the devil push you over? Like, just because you can't see him doesn't mean anything. You know he's there. You know it. And sometimes we forget that. He'll attack your body. He'll attack your mind. He'll attack your finances. He'll attack the people around you. He'll attack everybody to get to you, anything to get to you. Now, are you going to let him? Or are you going to fight back?